We're gonna have to do this manual then. Okay, I see how it is.
Hang on.
Now we're good
We're
now.
working on it, people.
We're good now. Yep, my button doesn't work. That sucks.
Yeah, it's just another casualty of this crap of a snowstorm that we're having here in New England right now. It's junk. Absolute junk everywhere outside. Coastal's got no power at his house right now. No internet, no power. They're back to the Stone Age with their candles up in his house. But they got a lot of lighthouses up there, so maybe it'll light the city up
Yeah,
where
maybe.
he's at. Hopefully. Anyway.
Yeah, no, this button is not working. Looks like we're doing manual stuff tonight. That's unfortunate. Because I tested it yesterday because I had an update and everything was working fine yesterday. And then all of a sudden a snowy hurricane comes and oh boy.
Dude, this is what nor'easters do to us here in New England. Yeah, Yaden, no power. None. No power, no power. It's just no power.
All right. You guys, coffee, yes. You guys can hear us, I believe. Yep. Perfect. All right. We're going to be on as long as we can. The wind just started picking up here, so hopefully we don't lose it during this snow.
Struggling. But we're here. We're going to do everything we can to get a show out for you guys.
All right. I think we're good now.
We good?
I think so. All right, everybody. All right. Welcome to another edition of the Dudes and Belts Recharge post show here on Twitch. I am your host, Johnny Deathdrop, as always. And boy, what was it? The fallout of Never Broken that we had tonight here on Charge. Before we get into everything, let's introduce the panel for this evening. And by panel, I guess there's only one due to a casualty of the Nor'easter and one due to the casualty of David Drake, because we don't know where Lucas went still.
How am I the only safe one? How was I the only safe one that made it to the show besides you? I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
Weird. It's weird.
Anyways, he is the masshole himself, the one and only, the guy who hates pineapples on pizza, the one and only Monkey Pins.
You are not wrong, Johnny Deathdrop. Cannot stand it on pizza, under pizza, or it has nothing to do with pizza. But either way, that is not why we are here for you good people tonight. So much going on tonight as the fallout of Never Broken continues. We saw a couple different matches. Craig Farrelly and Sky Hossman mixing it up. The Asylum making their presence felt. And Manny Lemons coming out to wreck yet another good time to be had in the ring from one Cash Flow and Damon Ace having themselves one hell of a hoss fight. But we'll get to all this very, very shortly.
All right. Let's get it going here. First things first, on this episode of Charge, we had Brittany Brooks, who made her debut over the weekend. She's going up against Lola the Adventurer.
Yeah, you caught me by surprise with the pineapple line. I'm not going to lie. You messed up my whole flow on the intro.
Well, if Coastal was here, I was going to talk about how picky he is with his pickles, but that's besides the point.
I showed that clip to the family today. Everybody laughed. If you haven't seen that, go back, check out the Twitter, watch the video. It's hilarious. But anyway, right now, we got to talk about Brittany Brooks and Lola. We saw her come out and be Lilith Grimm's tag team partner at Never Broken, and she did not fare very well in that match. And tonight, she starts out really hard against Lola, comes up with a flying start. A lot of forearms, 3-4, really heavy forearms into the chest of Lola before Lola can even catch her breath and see what's going on in the match. It was almost like immediately as the bell rang, Brittany had a plan, came to the ring, and was executing that plan, doing very well, caught Lola on her heels. And then just as quick as that happened, we see the Asylum come out, and we see JC, and we see Salem, and Noel is on the other side of the ring. While Salem, JC are interacting with Lola, the referee's trying to keep a handle on all that stuff. Noel comes in and knocks Brittany out on the side, and Lola sees an opportunity after she ends up getting away from everything that's happening over here, that her opponent is down, picks her up, hits her with an X marks, and pins her. And Lola gets a real fast win, real hot start to Charge tonight. Just blink and you miss it kind of a match. But Lola the Adventurer getting a win. And it's very interesting, Johnny, that JC and the Asylum came out and really made a point of focusing themselves on Lola here instead of Brittany, kind of using Brittany as like the cannon fodder to keep Lola's attention. There's a lot coming down the pipeline here, but Lola looking very good, winning this match against Brittany very quick. It's very difficult to go in and have a match basically when you're fighting one opponent and then 3 other people come to the ring and one of them starts messing with you. So Brittany kind of behind the 8 ball before this thing even got started for the most part, even though she got the faster start. Blinking, you kind of miss it, but Lola ends up getting the win and getting out of Dodge real quick with the X marks the spot.
Unless they're recruiting somebody, either Brittany or Lola, I don't think they should have been out there. And it doesn't make sense.
You, dude.
It doesn't make sense
Nope.
why they would be out there.
Nope.
But apparently they had a plan, and for the most part, it seems like they were mainly going after Brittany at that point just because of her association with Lilith. And Never Broken. That's the only thing that I could think of.
The other piece I was trying to put together maybe was that not long ago you had Preston, you had POS, really getting on his soapbox and preaching to anybody that would listen that Lola the Adventurer still has a claim to be that #1 contender for the Lockettes title.
We think.
Right, exactly. That's not been confirmed nor denied. We saw that triple threat match that had happened. Lola did not win that match. JC did. So we don't know if that counted or if it didn't. There's been no clarification. That was the only other thing my brain went to, is that they wanted to come out. They had a chance to isolate Lola and then kind of really mess with her, maybe putting the gears to her. But then Noelle attacked Brittany. So then that thought kind of went out the window. Then I was lost. But then Lola picked up Brittany, got the X marks, and everybody salsaed, and all was good in the world. Except for the fact, bro, real quick, Sky Horseman came out with Lola the Adventurer.
Probably for the
Sky
best.
Horseman. Well, I mean, as we ended up seeing, hindsight being 2020, it was probably a good thing that he was there. But then we saw him going through her bag, and he found this random flask. And he tried to take a couple pucks out of it, a couple of drinks out of it. It ended up coming back and playing a role later on in the evening, and we'll get to that shortly. But I thought her association with the law office was done when she finally basically turned around and knocked Koyama out last week. But apparently not. Apparently her and Sky still have a mutual arrangement, because we see later Lola comes out with Sky Horseman for his match against Craig Farrelly. We'll get to that in the main event later, but there may be some more going on here that we may not be 100% privy to. We're just going to have to keep watching next week for some more information on this.
Well, speaking of everything that's going on, up next we had the Atiba and Bruce Wayne segment when they were entering the Wimmer today or tonight in the cold.
Wimmer.
And in case you haven't seen Never Broken and you don't want spoilers, you might want to block your ears, but Atiba ended up beating Bruce Wayans at Never Broken, which means that Bruce Wayans is Atiba's subservient for the next 30 days.
Yep. So it doesn't matter what Atiba says, Bruce has to do it. He's got to oblige by the circumstances of the match that he accepted. He went out, he lost the match. And now he just has to do this, man. Even though you could tell that there's been this friendship, there's this mutual thing between Atiba and Bruce Wayans through the years. They're frenemies, I guess you could call each other. Brosifs in not so common causif. I don't know however you want to say it. But Atiba makes Bruce carry his bag. He makes him give him his jacket. And we kind of realized this not long ago. Don't take a man's jacket. Remember Remy D and Manny Lemons? Remember how pissed off that made Remy D? And now here's Atiba telling Bruce to give him his jacket. And Bruce really has no choice. Now Bruce is freezing cold. It's the middle of March out there, early March, so it's still wicked cold.
He has no choice.
But yes, such is the way, though, right? He's got no choice, and he does it. He's telling Atiba how messed up it is. He's trying to appeal to Atiba's good side, but something tells me, John, that Atiba's going to live this up as much as he possibly can and just keep working on this for as long as it's at all possible for him to enjoy this little stipulation that he's won, where Boss has to basically follow him around hand and foot.
He's earned
And
the
it
right
gets a little
to.
worse later.
He's earned the
Right.
right to. So it's gonna be
You can tell, man.
It's gonna be very interesting to see where Tiber and Bruce go here for the next 30 days, because I believe within that 30 days will be right around at least close to peak of the pack. Let's say
Boss is going
before
to
that.
explode one
Yeah.
of these days.
So I think it will be like a week or two before peak of the pack. So it'll be very interesting to see how this all plays out. But we also need to talk about Lord Mitchell Taylor.
We do.
And
We do.
he is hell-bent, after everything that happened at Never Broken, with the OGs losing to your starting lineup in that tag match. He is hell-bent on making a difference alone in Rocky Mountain Pro.
And he says it, that he felt as though he was the heart and soul, while Niles Planquet was worrying about his grapes and all the shrinkage that's happening out in the vineyard, and while Derek Stone's worried about walking around with a broom and losing his mind and headbutting his own teammates and things like that. Basically, the only source of stability, and we can discuss this all you want, the only source of actual stability in the OGs, believe it or not, was Lord Mitchell Taylor through all of this. So he's kind of like the victim of a whole lot of collateral damage that happened to the OGs. A whole thing kind of fell apart around him. But to his own credit, he's going to use this as the kind of the rocket engine that blasts off his singles run now in RMP. We saw him in singles before. We see him band together with Niles Planquet and Derek Stone to become the OGs, except now he says that he is the solo act because he was the heart and soul, and now he's going to put all the heart and soul into Lord Mitchell Taylor. And we're going to see him later on.
He's not wrong with that either.
I don't think he is. I have to agree with you on that. I don't think he's wrong with that at all. And I think he's got every single intent on going out and putting all of the wood to as much that he can do to make sure that he builds this singles run. And good for him for going out and trying to get it done on his own.
I mean, that's what all three of them were doing from the get-go before they even formed the OGs.
And then the whole thing just kind of unraveled. Slowly and methodically, the whole thing just unraveled. And the only stability was Lord Mitchell Taylor.
Speaking of unraveling.
Oh, this was beautiful.
Speaking of unraveling, we had a law office segment with Preston and Lola and JK Pop. I'm not going to say any more about this because I'm sure you want to dive in deep on this segment.
There is trouble in Mudville, as the book used to say. Right now, the law office is almost ready to sue itself, if that's a possibility. JK Pop in an absolute tizzy over losing the Rocky Mountain Tag Team Championships to La Isla. We see Preston fresh out of the hospital because Balaam Lynch just rocked him into next month, and that was good. That's called comeuppance, Preston. You've deserved them for months, and you got everything that you deserved, and so didn't JK Pop. It's called comeuppance. Eventually, you walk around and you keep effing around, and you finally found out. You found out. This is what it had been. This is where it was heading, and it was only a matter of time before you found out, and they don't like the taste of finding out. Just as they're getting to talk about financials and money, because Koyama makes a good point that 10% of their salary still goes to Preston. And that
as
is
the
a lot of money.
And as the champions, they technically wouldn't be making more money, but since they're not champions no more,
right,
they're losing some cash.
Well, now, see, I think what happened is an opportunity presented itself, but JK Pop did not want to see it. A brand new marketing tactic, a brand new t-shirt, a brand new emblem, logo, brand, if you will, was presented. Lola received a package, and she delivers that package to Johnny Casanova. And as he's having trouble opening a paper envelope, when he finally does get it open after he keeps making fun of Lola, this guy's just got no life, dude. He opens up the package, and we see JK Pop's brand new emblem, their new logo, their new brand, their new t-shirt. And it takes from Cobra Kai, and it does kind of meme their own shirts. But ladies and gentlemen, you need to get a hold of Mr. Fourth Row, and you need to get yourself one of these brand new t-shirts, these new JK Poop t-shirts with the emoji on it and everything. S first and wipe hard. JK Poop. It's what you need. It's what we all need. But they were not too happy. And as a matter of fact, Koyama threw a 50-yard touchdown pass to somebody, which was a better pass than Russell Wilson threw all year long. But so somebody signed Koyama. Everybody in Denver's going to agree with that anyway. So what's the big deal?
Yeah, true.
I know. Yeah, so it's not. That's why I said it. But at the same time, now they are in an absolute tizzy, losing their minds. Lola is talking to the camera. The law office is this close to an utter, complete meltdown and breakdown. La Isla is in their heads. La Isla has been living in their heads rent-free for a few months now. And with all the distraction from Lola to Koyama, it was only a matter of time before the paper just ripped in half and somebody just dropped it on the fire and it ignited. It really did. And now La Isla is the tag team champions. And what a gesture from our tag team champions to get the former champions new shirts, new brand logo, if you will. I think that was a hell of a gesture by our new tag team champions, La Isla. Echo and Balaam doing a great job, proving that they're men of honor.
Let's just rejoice in the fact that we now have brand new tag team champions for the first time in over 1,100 days.
Oh, prayers are answered, kids. Prayers can be answered if you work hard enough and you believe hard enough. JK Pop will lose. They will lose.
Now, again, not to take anything away from JK Pop, they are one of the greatest tag teams in Rocky Mountain Pro history, and there's no denying that, and there will be no question about it.
No.
But for once,
comeuppance are a beautiful thing.
But for once, Karma finally came back and bit him in the ass.
Yum, 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 yum.
Just like with pineapple on pizzas.
I hate it. It's gross. Not just like pine. Get out of here. Next segment. Koyama throwing that t-shirt will live rent-free in my head for the rest of my life. One of those things I'll just remember forever. Which, by the way, I've already gotten a hold of Mr. Fourth Row, and my t-shirt is already in transit from Denver, Colorado. Get yours at the Rocky Mountain Pro merch stand. Thank you, La Isla.
All right. Moving on here, we do have some more action to talk about this evening. We had Sergey all of a sudden, out of nowhere. We thought he was dead. All of a sudden, makes a return. How did that happen? I don't know. But Sergey versus Lord Mitchell Taylor here on this next matchup on Charge. Marky, what do you have?
Oh, it was so good to see Sergey. We were all so worried about him. After that maniacal man, David Drake, just like, we don't even know what he did. We thought he incinerated him. Like, we had no idea. Sergey hasn't been seen hide nor hair in
And
weeks
why
now.
didn't Sergey bring Lucas back?
I just hope Lucas is okay, because isn't Lucas usually here for Charge? I know I haven't been here the past few weeks. I train Tuesdays, but making it here tonight, I was looking forward to seeing him. I knew he was gone. I was hoping he'd come back, but no such luck. But Sergey comes back, and he seemed very happy to see Mr. Yaden, to see Mercury Yaden at the commentary table. Gave him a kiss. Told him he looked handsome. Sergey in a good mood, in a very, very good mood. Kissed him on the top of the head. Sergey doing the right thing. He's getting a lot better, too, at getting in the ring. Did you notice that? He's getting a lot better at getting in the ring. Like
if you say so.
He made it 3/4 of the way. He just forgot to put his feet on the mat. He landed on his ass, but he went over the top rope this time. He didn't trip coming in through the middle. So he's trying to up his game, and you got to at least give him credit.
Sergey has a haircut?
Huh?
I missed it. I didn't know Sergey had a haircut. Did you see that?
I didn't say no.
That's what that.
You guys see Sergey's haircut? No, he was wearing a mask.
That's what Echo's saying.
I've never seen Sergey's hair.
We haven't seen Sergey's face, like actual face.
No. I haven't seen it. No, I hope he's okay. Then again, maybe look in the locker room. Maybe he walks around without his mask on. Maybe he has a thing about being out in front of people that he doesn't know. That's fair. That's entirely fair.
That's not his face.
Echo goes, that's not his face. To us, no, looks like a mask. But then again, the internet adds weird things to people. Like they say TV used to add like 10 pounds to him. The internet adds weird designs and colors to people's faces. So maybe it's just us watching in internet land. I don't quite know. Damn you, Echo. But no, so Sergey comes to the ring, and a very aggressive Lord Mitchell Taylor comes out right after him. And Echo's got me all flustered. Sergey's trying with the handshake and the high fives. Mitchell Taylor doesn't want nothing to do with it. He comes out of the gate, a whole bunch of forearms, real hard shots, and he obviously has the power advantage right now. Sergey can't get himself going. Then almost on cue, with as fast as what happened in the first match, Derek Stone comes out and thinks it's a tag team match, gets up on the apron and puts his hand out looking for a tag. The last time he put his hand out looking for a tag was in the match at Never Broken, when Lord Mitchell Taylor was summarily whipped into his face, the fist into the face, and he knocked out Lord Mitchell Taylor for the loss. So why would Lord Mitchell Taylor ever want to see him? Derek Stone has lost something up here, like there's a chain that's broken or something needs some WD-40. Something's off in the given situation.
He thought it was Lord still Mitchell never Taylor, broken.
Huh?
He thought it was still never broken.
You know, I wouldn't doubt it. He probably hadn't even slept in 3 days. He probably still thinks that it is Saturday. More than likely, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Consider the first time we met him, he was yelling at light scaffolding and structures. Now he's running back around with his best friend Maxine, with his mop, with his friend, and he thinks that singles matches on Charged are still tag team matches at the last pay-per-view event, Never Broken. So there's something going on, like the meds are off balance or something's weird, but Derek Stone's on a thing right now. Mitchell Taylor gets all kinds of distracted with Derek Stone being over there. And Sergey does the smart thing, gets up behind Lord Mitchell Taylor, and you could tell he hasn't done too many of these, but he ends up getting... I'm just going to say it. Sergey hasn't done too many of these little quick roll-ups. He doesn't understand this is the most devastating move in professional wrestling. He's still learning. He's doing a good job, but he gets the roll-up. And for a time, it wasn't a very tight roll-up. But then Sergey does manage to really bend Mitchell Taylor in half at the waist, like with his legs, and press the legs down and really pin the shoulders down for the 1, 2, 3. And Sergey gets the big win. This is a big win for Sergey. This is very, very big. This is a huge upset. With Lord Mitchell Taylor saying the words that he did earlier, Sergey kind of having a hard time lately, just coming back from being disappeared by David Drake, coming out, and whether or not Derek Stone interfered and did the thing or not, Sergey still walks out with the record book with a win here. And that's very, very important for Sergey to get his confidence back and get everything going. But then Lord Mitchell Taylor loses his mind, grabs the Crown Royal bag. As we've seen before, he keeps not just one chain in there, but he's got a whole bag of goodies in there. Usually there's a couple. Pulls out a chain, KOs Sergey directly to the face, knocks him out. But Sergey still gets the win. And this is good for Sergey because after not seeing him for a couple weeks, Johnny, he comes back in, weathers the storm, finds an opening, gets the roll-up, and gets the dub. Also took a chain to the face, but he's going back for an ice pack with a win in his pocket, isn't he?
And you can tell that he's out of practice because normally once you hit Sergey in the face of the head, he tends to do his Sergey Hulk up or whatever it is. Or
yeah.
The muffin button. That's what we called it, right?
It's the muffin button.
That's the muffin button.
Yes.
So
it's the muffin button.
Whenever somebody hits that muffin button, he knows how to wrestle like 110% and is just kicking ass all over the ring. This time, however, he got hit in the muffin buffin and just didn't kind of wake up.
It just didn't work. Like, I think he's been...
You can tell that he's out of practice, though.
Or there's some trauma here, too. There could absolutely be some whatever happened between the interaction with him and Drake, and ever since he's been gone, we don't know where he was. We don't know what happened.
Maybe Drake took out the muffin button.
until that
Maybe.
information comes out. If we can get an interview with Sergey, I mean, that would be kind of cool.
How
If the
about we
powers
get an
that be could
interview with
maybe-
freaking Drake to figure out what the hell he's doing?
Didn't Presidente, we're going to talk about this in just a little while here, but Presidente Peligro himself tried to have a little meeting and a discussion with Drake earlier tonight on charge. That didn't go so well.
So let's remind everybody: if we end up ever having a interview with David Drake, we do it just like we're doing right here. We're 2,000 miles away, and we're nowhere.
We're not
near
doing
him.
that in person.
We're not doing that in person.
One in person. Too many people have been disappeared, destroyed, body bagged, still not back. Where the hell is Owen Easton right now? Lucas, dude, we love you. We miss you. Owen, we love you. We miss you. I ain't doing that one in person.
All right. Before we continue on with this episode of Charge, also want to remind everybody on YouTube and Twitch. First off, Twitch, you got to go over to YouTube, man. YouTube's where it's at right now. That's where all the viewers are currently right now. What are you doing hanging out on Twitch? Come over to YouTube. Hit the like button, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on. It's free. And you will not miss a single Charged episode or Ignition episode or Dudes and Belts live show here on the YouTube channel. Or any other uploads that get uploaded throughout the course of the week, including the pickle clip. So, yes, I did add that to the YouTube shorts yesterday.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Also, don't forget we will have an announcement on the membership chat stream at the end of the show. So make sure you stick around for that. All right.
A queen in the chat over here. You want to call that out?
Hold up. Well, thank you for letting me know my chat is not working. Let's refresh this.
Well, Queen Vampirus with the $2 super chat on YouTube. Thank you very much. Yay, Dudes and Belts and RMP. Yes.
Thank you, Queen
we
Vampirus.
Are collectively the faithful. Yes.
Okay, there we go. All right,
Psycho
there it is.
Joe says, Psycho Joe says, come on, do it all in Denver. I tell you what, Joe. Since you're
You
so
still haven't even shown your face in Denver.
That's where I'm getting.
Okay.
We will interview David Drake in Denver in June when we come for Milestone. If you would ever have the brass cojones to come to Milestone or any RMP event yourself, live and in person, and talk all your smack to the people you've talked smack to, live and in person, like we have. We will do it if you can do it.
You know he won't.
How about that?
You know you won't.
I know.
He
We will.
He ain't got the cojones.
We have.
And we will
None.
continue.
We will. We will.
He ain't got the cojones. Let's be honest here. He goes, we'll see. I take that as a no, sir.
Of course it's a no. I used to say to my mom, Mom, can we go to Chuck E. Cheese later? She'd be like, oh, we'll see.
Chuck E. Cheese?
30 years later, I still haven't gone to Chuck E. Cheese in 30 years.
I was about to say.
I know, I was a kid. Chuck E. Cheese is awesome when you're a kid.
Ugh. Ugh. Anyways. Moving on here in charge, we did have an interview segment with El Presidente, Danger Dean, with your reigning Ignition champion, Zamore.
Yeah, this was very interesting. This was catching Zamore. It almost seemed like not necessarily off guard, but just out of his ordinary realm of walk to the ring, destroy, repeat, go home, and enjoy. This was a very candid interview with your Ignition champion, Zamore. And he really does open up as to what has brought him to this level, what was with the attitude change, and what does it really mean to be an RMP superstar, let alone that, but to be a champion amongst all these other talents that are in RMP right now. And he says that it was just due to a lot of trouble and stuff that, look, I'm sure many of us went through a lot of things. Nothing was perfect when we were kids. I come from a broken home myself, and I can understand how things like that you can use as motivation in your life going forward. And Zamora is very candid about opening up that he used a lot of these negatives in his life from the beginning, and that he made himself a promise that he would come out of it better on the other side of things when he grew up. He made his childhood self a promise, and he is delivering on that promise nowadays, that he would make it and that he is making it, but that now this is Zamore's world and everybody else is just living in it. And if you've been watching Ignition on Thursday nights, and if you haven't, why? Okay? But if you've been watching Ignition on Thursday nights, you will know that those are true words. Zamore has been doing nothing but walking to the ring, dominating, and then walking away from the ring, still holding his championship. There has been many times that through the years we had said Zamore was missing us something, or that something just wasn't clicking over the last couple of years. But now the man is literally firing on all 8 cylinders. He is the Ignition champion for a reason. His fury, his unbridled aggression every time he comes to the ring is really what is carrying him forward. This new reincarnated power relationship, if you will, with Bud Bellflower really kind of seems as though it's focused Zamore going forward.
However, there has not been
to be a wrecking ball.
There has not been any Bud Bellflower sighting in a few weeks, and he's still been getting the W's.
Correct, because the mind is focused. The mind and the body are finally matched. A lot of times you think you can do more than your body will let you do, or sometimes the body is moving faster than the mind can think. Now it seems as though everything is firing in succession. The mind, the body, and the execution of everything that it all wants to do is working in unison, in step with each other. And Zamore is just a force. And I do believe that this is another one of those cases where Zamore will be the Ignition champion as long as he wants to be. Not until somebody bigger than him gets there in the Drive for 5, but as long as he wants to be.
All right. Moving on here. Another segment from Atiba and Bruce. Just have you go through this one real quick.
Yeah.
First, it started off with a foot bath, and now it went to doing some laundry for Atiba.
I mean, and Atiba, he must be buying these headbands from all different places in the world with all different kinds of threads and different kind of wash instructions. So Bruce Wayne brings him a tote of water for his little foot bath because, you know, the dogs must be hurting there. You got to soak the dogs. It feels good for a while. But then Atiba tells him to wash his headbands. And this one he has to wash cold. This one he has to wash warm. This one he has to wash by hand only. This one has to be washed after 8 p.m. because the sunlight really kind of runs the colors in it. I mean, Atiba really has a lavish collection of headbands, but you can tell, man, the more that Atiba is living this up, and this is only what, day 3 of this, but the first time that we've actually seen them interact in this way since the Never Broken match, you could tell that the final boss is already at like 75% of what he's going to be able to stomach out of all this. He knows he has to deal with it. He has to eat it. This is the bed he made. He has to lie in it. But at the same time, you could tell that he's 75% already done with it. Yaden with the $2 super chat.
Doing laundry right now.
He's doing laundry right now. It's after 8 p.m., isn't it?
Where he is? No, it's still 7. Before, it's 7.
It's before 8 p.m. out there. You got to be careful. Close the window, shut the shade. You never know what the sun could run the colors of out there. It's almost 10 o'clock here on the east, but it's only barely 8 o'clock. As long as he doesn't have any Atiba's laundry in his own wash, we should be okay. But yeah, Atiba loving it, and Bruce Wayne's really starting to be like, you know, maybe plot some revenge or really just kind of having to swallow it and deal with it. It's going to be interesting how far Atiba really tries to take this.
Jesus Christ, I thought that it was like blowing like 80 miles an hour outside. It was just a plow making all that noise.
There's a lot of snow out there.
All right. Moving on.
And a lot of wind, too.
It is very gusty.
Tree blew down in my cul-de-sac earlier, missed our cars by like 10 feet.
Can you believe that this storm had an eye at one point, like an eye of a hurricane?
I believe it. I believe it.
Insane. All right. This is a scary moment here on Charge. El Presidente Danger Dean comes out here and he was going to make a big announcement regarding the future of Rocky Mountain Pro. And boy, did we find out what the future holds for Rocky Mountain Pro is that if you get disqualified, if you're a champion, any championship, doesn't matter what champion, you will be losing those titles. Period. End of story. No questions asked. We're going back to the old ways of Vince Russo, where if you get disqualified or counted out or whatever, you will be stripped of that title. And I don't know 100% if he'll be awarded to the opponent or if it's just going to be stripped. But either way, that champion's going to lose that title.
And I like it, to be honest with you. I'm going to say it right here. I was very, very shocked that David Drake went to the pipe against Sledge to beat him at the end of the show. I was very shocked that he did that. I could see a reason why he would do it, because he is the champion. He has the champion's advantage in that regard under that other rule. However, we've seen David Drake really go to fruition with battles like these. And this battle with Sledge, he had the mental one-up on Sledge from literal moment one of their interaction. But now here we are, and Danger Dean comes out, Presidente Peligro himself, comes up and makes the announcement, calls out David Drake, which is amazingly gutsy in and of itself. But if you're the president, you do the things that have to be done, and he does the things that must be done.
I don't think he called out David Drake. I think David Drake just walked out.
No, he did call out David Drake. He said, David Drake, come out here. He called out David Drake directly.
I must have missed it.
And Drake comes out with the bag of goodies that he has. He has the title belt wrapped around it and everything. And Presidente says right to him that next time you do something like that, any champion who takes a disqualification to keep the title will lose said title. Now, in my opinion, that kind of means that it would go to the person in the match that they got DQ'd for. But regardless of all that, that's an irrelevant fact at this moment in time. We see David Drake kind of turn around, pick up his bag. I thought he was about to walk out of the ring and leave. He got his talking to. He got his slap on the wrist. I thought he was out of there. Instead, he opens up the side pocket of the bag and pulls out a big old carpenter's hammer. And we think that Danger Dean is about to get pounded into the canvas like a nail. And then the lights go out, and this is when everything bad happens around David Drake. This is when people get disappeared. This is when people get wrapped up into bags. This is when bad things happen in an RMP ring, when David Drake is there and the lights go out. And then the lights come back on, and Dean is standing in the ring with the most puzzled look on his face. David Drake is gone. David Drake's music is playing. But David Drake did not lay hands on the president. He did not do anything to the president, showing a level of restraint or playing a mind job. Your choice. I'll leave that up to you. However, Presidente laying down the law that if you get disqualified in a title match situation, you will be losing said title. And I like it. What do you think, John?
I mean, I'm a fan of it. I'm not going to lie. It's going to prevent probably half of the outcomes this year from happening again. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know if, honestly, I don't know if Drake cares.
We've talked about that.
Just look at his demeanor. He's on a mission, but is he on the same mission as everybody else before him holding that title? You know what I mean?
I do. And the thing that's puzzling is as many people who have been champions anywhere you've ever loved to watch wrestling, okay, have a certain way of getting themselves to the title when they win, defending it a certain way. David Drake has thrown all of that out the window, whether it's been good guy, bad guy, whatever the rise, whatever the fall after has been. David Drake, one thing you have to say about him is he is definitely carving his own niche as a champion of a wrestling organization, doing it his own way.
Which is true.
Dean calls him out for using the old school trope of getting yourself disqualified in the title match. So you lose the match, but you don't care about the match if you're already the champion. The only thing you care about is walking away with the championship. Now, I ask this question. Does David Drake care more about being the champion, or at all for that matter? Or is he just looking to hurt, kidnap, and just otherwise destroy people?
I don't know.
I don't know what more is his true motivation. I'm not sure. I've not been able to figure it out.
Let's call it how we see it, right? That's our job, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Owen Easton's still not here.
Yep.
Lucas, we haven't heard anything from Lucas. He's actually supposed to be on this show.
Back, and now he's gone again.
He's supposed to be on the show, right? The only time we ever see David Drake holding the belt is when he's dragging it on the floor going to the ring. Other than that, you either don't see the belt or it's stuffed in this duffel bag.
Yep.
What do you think?
I don't personally think that he has cared much whether he is the champion or not. I think he has just been more on a hell-bent path of literal destruction, taking people to their absolute limits before they pass out, bleed out, or otherwise just disappear forever. I think that is almost his end game. The fact that he won the RMP title on the way, I think that was just like a collateral success. Sometimes they say collateral damage. It's not damage. It was a collateral success. It was something that happened on the way to him doing the other things that he's trying to do. He's definitely doing it his own way. Whether you love it or you hate it, it is definitely David Drake's own path through this thing that we are calling professional wrestling.
Oh, either way, we still have a lot more questions than answers when it comes to David Drake. We still don't know his motive. We don't even know why he even turned on Owen to begin with back at Milestone. Yeah. So this has been ongoing for months and months, and we still have no answers. For Christ's sake, he hasn't even spoken a freaking word since Milestone.
Nothing. One night here in chat, he typed 3 little periods, little dots, 3 dots. That was it. That is the most communication he has given, other than a forearm, a mandible maul, or rolling you up like a burrito in a bag and stuffing you in a trunk. That's the only kind of human interaction that he's given. I don't know what's up with this dude.
But the announcement stands. You get disqualified, you lose your belts. That goes for the Lockets as well.
That has a lot of implications in the future here. A lot of implications.
All right. Moving on, we had a segment backstage with Cash Flow. It basically kind of getting comfortable with the locker room back there in RMP. We saw the newly crowned tag team champions, La Isla. And unfortunately, we also had a run-in with Manny Lemons.
That guy, yeah. La Isla seemed really happy to see Cash Flow. Cash seemed really happy to meet La Isla. He seems happy to be in RMP in the locker room, kind of meeting some of the guys. We've seen some RMP stars actually end up in OVW, where Cash Flow wrestles most of his time. So there are some people that are familiar back and forth, but you see Cash kind of mingling around with a few others that he may not know. And he seemed very excited to meet La Isla, and the feeling was very mutual. And then after a moment or two of discussion, you see Skylar Slice make her return to RMP TV after she was absolutely almost deadified by the Asylum a couple weeks ago when she couldn't be Lilith's Grim partner. We hadn't heard hide nor hair of her in a couple weeks now, and now she's back. And she'd been chilling with Manny Lemons the whole time because apparently he called her the squeeze. So I don't know what's going on. All I know is this dude, Manny Lemons, just really, really manages to like sour on everybody. You like that? I don't know if there's a person that enjoys his company other than maybe somebody who A, he's paying, or B, somebody he's paying more than the first person. I don't quite know. Rekka Tahaka is not there, so you have Skylar Slice with Manny Lemons.
Apparently, she's sour lemons now.
I'm sour on lemons already. So I mean,
Well,
I
yeah,
don't know.
I mean, obviously, but
What she's in, but he manages to get right up in Cash Flow's face, which is really, really stupid because I got a funny feeling Cash could chop Manny all the way back to Louisville to the OVW ring. So Manny, not taking anything away from him, but yo, Cash Flow is known for the chop, man. Like his hand is like a calloused, just like tree bark on his hand. If he chops you, it is just over. He has some important things to do with Damon Ace in a couple minutes, but this face-to-face with Manny Lemons and Cash Flow is very, very interesting. And Manny's going to make his presence felt in this next match coming up with Damon Ace. But I'm happy to see Cash Flow a little bit more in RMP. I remember last year when we were doing a little bit of OVW coverage on this show, he was very much in the title picture of an OVW then, and I really kind of became a fan of Cash Flow. And it's good to see him on RMP TV now. Except interacting with this knucklehead Manny Lemons. This could end up being the end of Lemons. What do you think with a guy like Cash?
well, we're gonna find out a little bit more. So why don't you just continue on with Cash Flow versus Damon Ace at that point, because you already kind of led into that match.
I was going to. I didn't want to take your spot.
Go ahead.
Like,
no, go ahead.
All right. So now, next match, we've heard that Cash Flow was wrestling against Damon Ace, and we saw the graphic earlier in the evening, and my eyes perked up immediately. Watching a guy who is known for the chop and being a man who has taken Damon Ace's double-handed chop, knowing the destruction that is about to happen in this ring between the two of these guys, this hoss fight is going to be something that I am all about very, very soon. And I can't wait to see this. And we see Damon and Cash really just trying to outmuscle each other in the beginning. And it's not happening. Both guys come in with the shoulder tackle. Nobody moves. It is an absolute stalemate between the two of them, as it should be. Damon being the young buck on the way up, Cash Flow, the old lion that's still there, still in charge of things. And this has a great dynamic already in the beginning. Then this guy, Manny Lemons, comes out. And he comes out with Skylar Slice. And they sit down on commentary. And they just hijack the whole table. And my ears are bleeding listening to Manny Lemons talk all of his smack on the side as Damon Ace stomps on Cash's foot in a test of strength. Damon, he ends up getting him down, punches him in the face, kind of mounts him on the top, punches him in the face a bunch of times, locks a pretty solid armbar on Cash Flow. You know, Cash is in a bad way for a couple minutes. Damon is strong, and Cash is finding this out. But then that's when Cash goes to the bag of tricks, man. He knows what works. He muscles Damon to the corner, and it's a chop fest. Damon turns it around and re-chops. I'm telling you, the only person whose chops are as loud as Cash's are Damon's. It was just, you see Cash with the same look on his face after he gets chopped as Damon has when he gets chopped. So this is a hell of a battle right here, man. Both of these guys' chests are getting lit up like Christmas trees over here. So they both get the chops. Cash Flow knocks Damon down on the side, tries to go up to the top rope, and that's when Skylar Slice comes over and distracts Cash Flow. Now, we've seen this quite a bit tonight, man. People who are just coming out and interfering and just messing with these really, really good matches. Tonight was just that night of everybody just needing to get it in and just get out there and mess with somebody. As Skylar Slice distracts Cash Flow, Manny Lemons comes up in the back of him and hits him right in the back with a chair. Ref sees it, rings the bell, and Cash Flow wins. Damon Ace gets disqualified. Now, if I'm Damon Ace, I just lost a match, and I didn't do anything wrong. And one thing you got to say about Damon, as much of a, like, kind of a, just an angry, one-track mind human being that he is, who has his eyes on the prize, but really drives his own kind of road to get there. We've seen Damon Ace kind of get screwed over before, and it never ends well for anybody that is left around him after that happens. And he actually seems, and we've seen it before, and Cash falls for it, maybe because he hasn't seen it, but Damon extends a hand to try to help him up. And as Cash takes the hand, stands up, thinking he's getting a sign of respect, Damon Ace picks up Cash Flow, hits him with persona non grata. Were you surprised? I wasn't. Cash Flow was, but it's Damon Ace just doing more Damon Ace things that he does, just inflicting the pain and the violence that he always does. But this match, I'm telling you, if this match got a chance to go the full 10 minutes that it could have gone, this could have been one of the greatest hoss fights of the year between these two guys. Damon and Cash had a good chemistry earlier in the match together, and especially their chop dynamic back and forth. I was really, really into it. Really, 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 and don't mind the pun, because this is really, like, this is true. Really souring on Manny Lemons over here. I really am. I want to see somebody put this kid in this place. He really does.
Well, what gives him the right to go over to commentary where Dean and Yaden was and just intrude on that in the get-go, and then just start spewing out like negative terms?
Everything.
On the show.
Everything. Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. Dude, it's a wrestling show.
This guy rubs me the wrong way, man. I'm sorry.
Me too.
He does.
Wish I could peel him out of there.
And then he's talking about respect. Well, you ain't gonna get respect if you do shit like that. Period. End of story.
Not wrong, dude.
I mean,
really
come on,
souring
man.
on this guy. Can't deal with him.
Show a little bit of class.
He hasn't yet. Why would it change now?
You want to talk about sour lemons?
It's his world, man. It's his locker room. It's his ring. It was his jacket. It wasn't Remy's jacket. And, you know, it's just his everything. It's his everything. He's been back for like a cup of coffee with no sugar in it. And it's his everything. Okay.
All right.
Somebody will change that.
Moving on here. We're getting towards the main event. Craig Fairley was supposed to go up against Curtis Cole tonight. Apparently Curtis Cole broke his hand and never broken. But you can see why, because he used those brass knucks an awful lot during that match.
Talk about collateral damage.
Yeah, I know, right? But instead, Sky Hossman stepped up, which kudos on him. He wanted to fight. There was a spot. He filled in. Boom, there you go. Craig Fairley versus Sky Hossman for your main event.
And I was really happy when Craig Fairley came up and said that he was supposed to fight Cole, but Cole's injured and he can't go. He broke his hand, and now he's fighting Sky Hossman. Now, if you've seen Craig Fairley, which you have, if you have been watching RMP TV, you know how great of a grappler he is. He has very educated feet, very educated fists, but his grappling skills are where he is excelling right now in this transition from MMA to professional wrestling. His grappling is supreme. And that's another thing that we've been saying about Sky Hossman on Ignition specifically. When we do Reignite him, we talk about him on Ignition, that he has been such a good, I mean, his moniker is the ground grappler. And we see how good of a grappler he is on the mat with leg wrenches and arm wrenches and just every which way that he applies a headlock. You know, different things. He puts his own label on a lot of things. So this was going to be just a beautiful, pure wrestling match. I've been waiting for this all show. And this is the match that you were waiting for at the end. It ended a little bit more of like, really, you did that? I'm surprised that he did it. Because during the beginning of the match, both of them were showing supreme grappling abilities. Guy has to hit a big suplex just to get an advantage after a bunch of quick switches, and each one took each other's leg and tried a grapevine and things like that. Sky ends up getting up and gets the first power advantage with a big old suplex. Then he locks on the chin lock. Fairley fights up. They both fight each other. I mean, Sky's going after Craig's knee and ankle because he has those educated feet. He hits him with a beautiful release German suplex bomb almost. He went over like a German suplex, but then sidestepped out of it and pushed him straight down. Like, way to take a move and elevate it to like 12. That was very impressive out of Sky Hossman. And even the boss man on commentary and Presidente said that that was a very, very impressive move. Fairley fights his way back up, hits a gorgeous running Hurricanrana, catches Sky Hoffman off guard. 3 big suplexes in the middle of the ring. We get a near fall after that. Craig keeps the advantage in the corner with a big avalanche drop kick, whips him off the rope, and comes back with the big sling blade. It's absolutely flawless with the sling blade. Now, during the pinfall of the sling blade, the referee is counting. Somehow, and the only thing I could come up with is that Lola slid it back into him. Remember earlier this evening when we were talking about when Lola was wrestling against Brittany Brooks, how Sky Horseman was on the outside. He went through Lola's bag and found this flask that normally you would see like your dad or your grandfather have this flask in his back pocket that might hold a couple ounces of whiskey. You know, when nobody was looking, your dad took a quick drink, you know, things like that. Well, that flask somehow ends up back in Sky Horseman's hand in the middle of the ring during that pinfall attempt. Craig Farrelly sees it, gives it to the referee, tells the referee to get it out of here. As the referee turns around to hand it to the timekeeper, this is where I was very surprised that Sky Horseman did this, because he really hasn't shown this tendency very, very much. But Sky Horseman right now goes up to Craig Farrelly and uppercuts him directly in both leons, right in both of them, and really just takes down the Sun King himself, takes him down and pins him 1, 2, 3. And Sky Horseman beats Craig Farrelly in the center of the ring. I was very, very surprised at the ending of this match. It really swerved me hard. I wasn't ready for that. We've seen Sky fight pretty pure and crisp matches as of lately. Same thing with Craig Farrelly. I really feel like Craig kind of got screwed out of this one. He's shown a lot of improvement. He's one of my favorites on the roster. I love watching his educated feet. He's quick. You never know what's coming out of him. But tonight, he got 2 directly to the nether regions, and he lost the match. Little disappointed, but do you think Lola slid that in, or did he have it in the tights the whole time? That's what I've been wrestling with myself since the show ended.
It's a very surprising move from Lola, because remember, Lola was the one that was completely against everything that the law office and J.K. Pop was doing during this whole entire stint with the law office. 100%. Now it seems like the tables have turned in her mind ever so slightly, and now we're starting to see some extracurricular activities being done by Lola the Adventurer all of a sudden. Are we going to be
Sky?
Are we going to be seeing
weird
another one? Another one? I don't know.
I mean, I could see how they could maybe have a kinship where they were both kind of the outsiders in the law office.
Oh, yeah. No, I get it.
Like they were the 2 additions, like later. So, and Lola seemed to be taking a lot of crap from, you know, POS and Casanova, telling them to go make the coffee and everything else and go wash these and go do this and all that stuff. And meanwhile, Sky Horseman has just been sitting at the table while the law office has been having meetings, and he's just tossing them back. And now he's bringing flasks to the ring. Somebody might want to get him a little bit of help, maybe, because it seems like it's spilling over to the ring, and that's not good. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know where this is going, but it defies a lot of that we've seen and known for the last few months. It defies quite a bit. I'm very surprised at Lola.
It's out of the realm for Lola.
Yes.
What she did.
Yes.
Sky has been hit or miss. He's done some questionable things, but he's also shown that he can get the job done without any interference or any type of shenanigans in the ring on his part. No, this definitely is not worrisome, but definitely different.
Yes.
But then again, for somebody like Lola, I mean, she's come so close so many times to being able to capture that one belt that she's always wanted for at least a couple of years now, and that Lockett's Championship. And, I mean, she does technically somewhat have a gripe still for that number 1 contendership, but at this point, that might be null and void. So maybe we're starting to see something like what happened with Atiba. Atiba was, again, one of those faces and those heroes of Rocky Mountain Pro, and then all of a sudden flipped a switch, started kicking these nuts, And then,
Yeah, he did.
but then he stopped doing that, and now he's a brand new Atiba. Not playing to the crowd, not being that R&P hero no more, and he's getting the job done. Maybe this is
In
something that
spades.
Lola might need to do. Maybe not pull questionable tactics like that, but maybe she just needs to have a little bit of an edge on her now.
I mean, you know, and especially where earlier this evening, she had the Lockheed's champion JC directly in her face, yelling and screaming at her with Salem Wolf, albeit more of it was a distraction so that Noelle could go beat up Brittany. But what did the Asylum have to do with Brittany other than Brittany was just Lilith's tag team partner?
That might be
and
just
never
it.
broken.
That might be just
But
it.
there was no other association, so that
No.
wouldn't, to me, that wouldn't make any sense. If they were going to try to get at Lola the Adventurer, they would do something and cost her the match. Instead, they handed her the match. So when you think about it, are they trying to recruit who
Do
could
they need
potentially
any
be
more?
that the number one contender? You may omit the number one contender that way if she is deemed to be the number one contender, and Salem pulls his mind jobbery and convincing Lola that she doesn't want a shot at the title. Look, let's face it, Lola can be convinced very easily. We've seen the law office do it. We've seen them do it. It takes her a lot to stand up for herself sometimes. With Salem Wolf's power of suggestion and power of just being able to mess with you, do you put it past him? I don't.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Lots of questions.
Too many questions.
Way
Too many questions.
A very
Yeah.
confusing episode. That's for
Agreed.
sure.
That's a good way to put it. Yes. Yes. Hopefully the next couple
In
weeks.
some
answers
aspects
you.
of it. In some aspects, I should say. We're starting to see the Atiba Bruce thing go into effect. Cash flow is definitely going to have a bone to pick with Manny at some point down the line here. The law office is in shambles, as we expected. Still.
Beautiful. Fine with that. Fine. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Nice pass, Koyama.
Lord Mitchell Taylor going on his own and still having issues with Derek Stone. The OGs are broken, but he still has that thing called Derek Stone attached to him at the moment.
I don't think Derek Stone even remembers who the OGs are, what it is, what's going on. Does he even know he's in Denver?
But one of the big things about tonight is Danger Dean's announcement that if you get disqualified or counted out, I think counted out goes into, I think it's 2 and 2 together here. If you get disqualified,
Well, it's the same way. I mean, you could walk yourself out.
Exactly. If you get counted out or disqualified, you're losing your belt. Period. End of story. So, it's a big announcement. Actually, that does change the landscape of RMP to an extent.
Like, that's a fundamental rule change all the way down to the brass tacks of what a wrestling organization is. That's a huge, huge rule change.
And then Drake, we didn't even talk about what happened in the parking lot with Drake. Looks like looks like he was doing something to the president's car.
Yeah, it did. And then he ran up and destroyed the cameraman.
Which again,
Hopefully Dean made it home from charge that lot earlier tonight.
I haven't seen him in chat yet, so who knows? But anyways, folks, that's going to wrap up our episode of Recharge, covering everything that happened on episode 334. Now, a couple of things before we sign off. Our membership only live stream is going to be this Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, on the 19th. All right. Date's been set. And we do have a talent that's going to be joining us for this stream, and it is none other, drum roll please,
I knew you were going to play it. Triple I doing JK Pop's entrance music.
I had to.
Yes.
I had to.
Yes. I don't even know what music he was thinking of, but Whatever. It still sounds better than J.K. Pop's regular music. Who's the talent? Who's coming on?
Your talent that's going to be joining us this Sunday for the member live chat is none other than your reigning Ignition champion, Zamore.
Dude. We here with the champ?
We here with the champ.
Okay. All right.
We're going to put that out on the socials starting tomorrow. And I'm going to try and explain how this is going to work. So,
I'm sorry. Jen says that when she hears Triple I doing the music, she still definitely hears a chicken.
well, it's hard to get through the Indian accent, man. I don't know.
No, he just sounds like a chicken. All right, anyway, I'm sorry.
I don't know how to explain it, man. I mean, it was a valid attempt on him. He actually did it multiple times, so we got to give him credit where it's due.
The first time was better. That was the second time that he did it. We made him do it again.
Well, we're going to have Zamore on for the membership stream, so this is how we're going to do it.
That's big.
So the stream itself will still be viewed to the public, but for members only will be the only ones being able to chat during the stream and ask questions during the stream. So, if you're not a member yet, because these streams are part of your perk package here when you become a Rocky Mountain Pro supporter, on top of our Q&As on Sunday, which we've been very busy on Sundays. We haven't had a chance to do a lot of those yet. I think we'll be doing that on the 26th again. And not only do you have priority chat for ignitions with the commentary team, but this is another one of your perks. And you being able to be the only ones to interact with the RMP talent, basically face-to-face virtually. So, it's a big perk. If you're not a supporter, I highly recommend becoming a supporter. It's only $5 or $4.99. $5 a month.
Best $5 you could spend on the internet. Seriously. If you're a wrestling fan, it's the best $5 you could spend on the whole interwebs.
So that is going to be the announcement for the membership stream. This Sunday, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing it on the Dudes and Belts Jackass time frame. So it would be 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time over there in the mountain region. And hopefully, we can start booking well in advance as well. We're doing more posts on that as well. Just so we have set dates in the future so we don't have to worry about having to continuously reach out to people and stuff like that. Just have a date set and we're good. Also, I will say that I will be returning to my own channel on Twitch starting this Saturday. I don't know what time yet, but I will be live at some point. As a matter of fact, I think I might have Zamore on. And there might be an Icho sighting. I don't know. But there is also going to be talks about a possible reunion soon. Which that'd be cool. Other than that,
guys, if you guys could ever find Owen Easton, you guys could have a Team Joe reunion. Otherwise, it's a team like JJZ.
Mountain Daylight Time, yes. It'd be 7 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time or Mountain Standard Time. I don't know how you call it.
Psycho Joe, if you show up on Sunday and you get Zamore all riled up and he takes it out on us on our show and we may get the show all messed up because I will find you. We will find you and we will bring you to Denver and we will force you to talk all that smack to all the people that you talked all the smack to and hid behind your little monitor. We will bring you there.
One thing one thing before I forget, because I wasn't clear on this. If you are on Twitch and you want to be a part of this stream, you're going to have to go over to YouTube, because this stream is also going to be YouTube exclusive. There will be no Twitch stream that day. So just letting you guys know ahead of time, and I'll say it again on Thursday for Reignited. If you are on Twitch, you will not be seeing the membership stream on Twitch. It's exclusive to YouTube only. Psycho Joe, YouTube is better than Twitch anyway. Twitch has its perks.
But YouTube is where we do the thing now. We do the thing here. Come watch us do the thing here.
So, don't forget to become a member. Also, make sure you spread the word that this membership stream is going to be on Sunday. When I post everything tomorrow, I want to see all the shares in the world on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever you follow me on my platforms. If you don't follow me on any of my platforms or Rocky Mountain Pro's platforms, it's at the Rocky Mountain Pro on all platforms for Rocky Mountain Pro, and it's all at Johnny Deathdrop, with the exception of, I think, Twitter. I think it's J Deathdrop on all the socials. So make sure you follow both channels so that you are up to date on any current event change or new events or surprise events or Twitch streams or whatever. And again, sharing all of the membership only live streams as well. Remember, we just set the clocks forward on Sunday. I get it. I'm still recovering, Mr. Fourth Row. Moving the clocks up an hour really grinds the gears in the head.
I drank so much coffee on Sunday just to stay awake for that.
So Mountain Daylight Time, Eastern Daylight Time, Central Daylight Time, Western or Pacific Daylight Time. Get that in our heads for the next 6 months. Wasn't there a bill passed that we didn't have to do this crap no more?
They're working on it now. Each time it's gone through Congress, it's always been shot down or like filibustered to death. Supposedly there's another one making its way through. And we wouldn't stay on this time. We would stay on fallback time.
Why?
Because in fallback time, there's more daylight in the afternoon. I think.
That's this right here. This daylight time.
This is spring forward.
Yeah, I understand that, but we have more time during the day because of daylight time.
That's true. That's true. That's actually true.
So we're gonna lose more daylight permanently? Oh my God!
I would personally rather go to
garbage?
Work. I would rather go to work in the dock, like when it's pitch black until 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning when it's finally light, and then come home from work at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon and still have an hour or two of daylight instead of going to work right when it gets light and it gets dark right before I get out and I don't see any daylight except for my ride to and my ride home from work. That
What do you mean? What do you mean? No, we stay on this time. Didn't your clocks move back an hour forward too?
No, that's what he's trying to say. We'd stay on this time. Okay, so we'd stay on daylight saving. I don't quite know. I want to stay on the one where we have more time in the afternoon and the evening.
That's this time. That's this time.
That's this one. That's where I would vote. Yes. If we all had a vote, I would vote for this time right now. I would vote for this because there is nothing better than going for a nice walk in the summertime on a beach or somewhere nice, and it's like 8:30.
So who created the whole daylight savings time BS?
It was done a couple hundred years ago to give farmers more time to work the fields and produce the food and the crops and things like that. I believe, people check me in the chat, but I think it had everything to do with early agricultural ways of doing things. So that there could be more daylight in the morning.
But it's not the 1800s no more.
No, that's why things could change because so much of it is automated now There's a lot of machinery and such that does a lot of the work of what the people used to do, that now things could be very, very different. So, yeah, okay. So people are confirming that it was for like farming purposes. But there are also some people that saying that it could throw off our circadian rhythms, which is your body's natural rhythm with
it definitely threw me off on Sunday.
When we keep changing, that's what throws it the hell off. I say we stay on one, and yes, it might take a year or two for everybody to adjust to it.
No, it won't.
But in 5 years, I don't think anybody would be complaining, unless something different came up at which somebody hadn't thought of, and then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But right now, spring forward sucks, especially on the night that we spring forward. It sucks.
Yeah, that was a fantastic review show. Apparently, it got the Coastal. So.
Say what?
I said apparently it got the Coastal as well.
Oh, yeah. Several minutes figure why the math of my alarm was off as I set the alarm. Yeah. Yaden, I got home that night. I left work. I left the bowling alley at like 1:45 in the morning. It was so busy. I didn't leave until 1:45. And then on my ride home, I ended up getting home at 3:15. And normally I live 20 to 25 minutes away. And I got home and it was 4 o'clock by the time I felt, yeah. So, yeah, that hour, I drank a lot of coffee on Sunday. Let's put it that way. Well, it was a lot.
Apparently, it takes moving forward an hour to create the content that we create on Sunday, a.k.a. with Triple I and Coastal. That's for sure.
Stupidity reigns supreme when it comes to Triple I anyway. It could be 5 in the morning, 5 at night, 5 on Mars. It doesn't matter. He's still coming up with some kind of horsecockery and spewing it out at everybody.
Tell me about it. Anyways, let's get back to pineapple on pizza.
Oh, why? We don't want to do that. I had pizza tonight. Today was Pie Day, 314, and Uno's was selling small flat pizzas for $3.14 each. It was like a small pizza at your local pizza place. And the masshole ate 2 of them. They were absolutely delicious. Delicious.
$3.14.
$3.14. Yes.
Hmm.
Happy Pie Day to everybody.
In the blizzard?
Pineapple. I had nothing to do with it. Mrs. Pins is crazy. She said there was a sale on pizza at Uno's, and she went, I could feed the whole family for less than $15. And she bought 4 of those little pizzas, and we all ate dinner like champions for less than $15. Which meant that she got the idea that we had to go get pizza, which meant that I had to get up, get dressed, and go shovel the walkway, clean off the car, and go do all that stuff so she could drive to go get pizza and drive back home. And she's like, aren't you happy we got pizza? And I'm like, yeah, now that the walkway and the cars are shoveled, yeah, sure.
Okay, what is with this comment here, Jet?
What?
Sorry, pineapple is what SpongeBob lives in, not meant to be on pizza. You know what? Right back at you. Sorry.
I mean, in my opinion, this will be the first time I ever said it, but Jet's right.
No.
Joe's right.
No. Wrong. Pineapple absolutely deserves to be on pizza. 100%.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
I asked the question.
It works. Why? It works. Have you ever had one? Have you ever had a Hawaiian pizza or a pineapple pizza of some sort?
I have, and that's how I know I don't like it. Yes.
Do you even like pineapples in general?
Sometimes.
What do you mean sometimes? It's either yes or no.
No, that's not true. I don't like pineapple like by itself. But if I make ice cream at home and I can get some pineapple and cut it up and mix it in with the vanilla ice cream, yes.
So pineapple goes on ice cream but not pizza?
Yeah.
How?
Yes.
How? Now, don't get me wrong. I like pineapple on ice cream too, but it's a sweet and savory thing mixed together. It makes perfect sense, and you add the ham on top of it, and hell, you might as well add jalapenos, which I found out when I was in Denver a couple times ago. My first interaction with spicy Hawaiian. Now it's my favorite pizza of all time.
Which is fantastic, but I don't agree with the taste of that with the tomato sauce. I just don't like it. I don't like it. I like it. I like it exactly as much as I like the way the end of the Craig Farrelly Sky Hossman match went tonight. I didn't like it. No, sir. I didn't like it. And Ray Leone actually is in the chat right now. Craig Farrelly is in our chat right now on YouTube. How we doing, sir? Great match tonight. Kind of took the shaft on it tonight, though. I hope you get even with that knucklehead. But to be honest, pineapple does not go on pizza.
Pizza definitely goes on pineapple then.
According to Mr. Happy, it does. I don't know.
Either way, it works. Hell,
and I've been to Hawaii.
You could make a calzone out of that thing, and it'll still be perfect.
You could make a Hawaiian calzone. I've been to Hawaii. I've been to the island of Oahu, where Dole grows most of their pineapple.
I see, RJ.
I've been there.
You have to add something else to your pineapple pizza experience. You have to try pineapple barbecue chicken pizza. Now that sounds good.
Pineapple barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
All right. That I would try. I would try that because the only other time I had it was pineapple, like a Hawaiian, right? Like pineapple and ham, and did not agree with
question
my taste
real
buds.
quick. Do you like ham?
Love ham.
Do you like spiral ham?
Yes.
Do you like pineapple with the ham?
No.
What do you mean?
At Easter dinner?
What is happening here?
I don't. Never have. Never have. RJ, what's up, dude? No, thanks for the suggestion. I will try that on a barbecue chicken with some. I will try that. I will give that a
this
go.
weekend. This weekend. All right.
You come to the bowling alley.
That's what we're doing.
We're
going to take pictures. And
we can video the whole thing. I got the tripod at the bowling alley and everything.
Perfect.
It could be a Dudes and Belts exclusive.
Perfect.
We'll video it. The Masshole Eats barbecue chicken pineapple pizza. I will try that, and we will go from there.
Perfect.
The Christie Dudes and Belts is going to split up before we get to Sunday. Guy, you have no idea. This is the least amount of arguing we've ever done on Dudes and Belts.
Did you watch the show last month?
Yeah. Bro, we've been friends for years and years before we started doing this. This is the easiest kind of arguments that we've ever had with each other. Trust me. Trust me.
Where'd you get the pineapple pizza emoji, Jen? Where'd that come from?
Where is there a pineapple pizza emoji?
It's on Twitch.
Oh, on Twitch.
Can I take that emoji and put it as an RMP emoji?
Stop it.
And make it a staple.
Like every show, you got to bring up the pineapple thing. Every show, guy.
I'm just making sure. I'm just making it known that pineapple deserves to be on pizza.
God.
I mean, they didn't call us Foods and Belts for nothing. So if we're gonna be doing some one-offs during our shows and it's about food, you're damn right. Pineapple pizza will be brought up almost every time.
Jen, I'm sorry, John. Jen, don't do that. Jen, we love you. We love you. Don't do that.
I'll tell you right. Okay, no. Ready. If you gift 100 memberships right now,
John, shut up. John, stop it. Because the last time you said that, somebody did the thing.
It's food.
No,
it's food.
You want to see me? I don't care. You want to see me quit the show? Let's make it do another top 10. I'm not going through that again. We're not going through that again.
What if we just do like an exclusive top 10? Like it's not live. We record it and we get all of our frustration out, and then we post it after the hard editing that we're going to have to do, and all the beeping and the blurps that we're going to have to do throughout the course of the show.
The whole show would be nothing to welcome to Dudes and Belts top 10. Beep. It'd be 2.5 hours of nothing but the swear beep.
Anyways,
I mean, you got RJ in the chat saying you're over here doing God's work. Stop spoiling it, man. We'll stop talking about pineapple pizza and top 10s.
First off, Jen, if you gift 100 memberships right now within the next 2 minutes, we'll do a top 10 on foods.
John,
It's not going to
John.
happen. Don't worry. It's not going to happen. Don't worry.
John,
It's impossible.
John, I live 5 minutes from your house. I will go over there, set up the phone, and we will fight on the phone. Right in front of everybody. Don't do it.
It will be
Don't do
worth it. It will be worth
Don't
it.
do it.
It will be worth it because not only will we be raising more money for Rocky Mountain Pro, but I can also kick your ass at the same time, so it works out.
I don't think you can anymore. I'm not so sure about that.
Let's do it.
I'm not so sure
Let's
about
do
that.
it. Let's do it. Can
Oh,
anybody
great.
do it?
D-Hort's
Probably
over
not.
here trying to egg you on.
Egg me on for what? We only got
egging
a
on
minute
the-
left. We only got a minute left. So I told you, you're
John.
good. You're good. You're good.
All right.
You're
All
good.
right, fine.
You're good. Is it
Oh,
exclusively
really?
Jen?
We're good? People
Yes.
are trying to figure out how to make this happen.
Yes.
You
No.
knucklehead.
No. It's exclusively Jen. Because Jen called it up.
And we love you. You're going to... Don't
What?
do that.
What?
Don't do that.
Don't do what? Don't do what?
I don't. The word top 10 does the same thing to me that like the name like
No.
Damon Ace does.
No,
or the name David Drake does.
Do you want to know
It
the
just puts my
difference here?
hairs up on my neck.
Do you
I
want
wanna
to
run.
know? Do you want to know the difference between hashtag 31 days and the top 10 list that we will probably not do? Is because I set a goal that is virtually impossible for 2 minutes.
Yeah, and you
To
said the
one
same thing about
person.
somebody
To
donating
one person.
500,000.
To one person. Time's up already, so it's not happening.
Oh, D-Hort.
You're
D-Hort's
welcome.
hoping it would happen just to piss me off. No, dude. Don't, man. Don't. Please don't. Please don't.
Yes, we are still in the
Please.
planning phase. Actually, we do need to get in touch because I have dates for you.
Top 10 lists have a way of making the dudes kind of lose their minds a little bit.
What? What's wrong?
I don't like top 10s.
We're
I
not
don't
doing
do
top
anymore.
10s. The time's up already. It's not happening.
All right, good. I
Relax.
didn't know.
Relax.
You
Relax.
get me all worked up. Each time there's a top 10 mention.
Don't you like to see Marky Pins worked up from time to time? It is kind of funny. It is
I
kind of
just
funny.
feel this. Would I do it for a Maki snack? Soon as the show is over, D-Hort, I'm going outside to my back porch for a Maki snack. Okay, let's put it that way, just to calm myself down a little tiny bit. I don't do that before the show anymore. I do that after the show now. In case you
We
wonder,
all
what I'm
want
talking
another
about.
one. It's
Hold
not
on.
going to happen. It ain't going to happen. And if it happens, it ain't going to be live either.
It
tell you-
can't be live.
I can tell you that for sure. It will not be live.
We did some stuff the wrong way the last time we did top 10. I don't know how much gently I can say it. We messed up, done big time.
Oh, God. All right. We all said here. Well, hold up. How about two
About
Marky
two
snacks? Be a man. Do a bottom 5 then. That's different. Bottom 5. Bottom 5. Look at the wheels turning in that guy's head right now.
And then we have Yaden over here going, what can we get for 20 gifted memberships?
You will allow 20 people to enjoy Sunday's membership live chat with Zamore, and we could probably think of something real quick. Go ahead.
I tell you what, for 20 gifted, I will eat a small Hawaiian pizza from Domino's live on stream with the pineapple. For 20 gifted,
Wait,
for this channel,
a small,
for this.
that's
Yeah.
like 5 bites.
What are you talking about? From Domino's? That's like a small pizza. What are you talking about?
That's like 5
I
bites.
will eat a
a
pineapple.
medium.
I'll eat a Hawaiian
A medium. Make it a medium.
Pizza. All right.
Make it a medium.
I can still eat a medium pizza from Domino's by myself. I can, easily. I will eat a pineapple pizza, which I do not like at all. Can't stand it.
And just
But I will
pineapple,
eat-
no ham.
No, that's not Hawaiian. I said Hawaiian.
You hate pineapple, just pineapple.
But I like ham. I love the ham on the pizza. I have no problem with like a meat lover's pizza, right? You get sausage, pepperoni.
Well, that's a crutch.
The ham. That's not a crutch. It's a Hawaiian. It's different.
The whole point is
Oh,
to make you
Jesus.
suffer. The whole point is to make you suffer.
No. And eating the pineapple is bad enough. I don't like it at all. Never have.
I'll do it again.
D-Hort just did. He just dropped 10. He
Yeah.
just dropped a 10 bomb over here. Are you kidding me?
All right, so we got to make a mental note here. There it is.
Oh my God, dude. That was.
You're an idiot.
No, I didn't
Just
think it would
saying.
happen that fast. I thought we'd get to jabber and mess around with it a little bit.
No.
But what more can you
What
expect
ha-
from a
okay,
tag team
did you
champion and a
learn?
super fan?
Did you learn anything from last
Holy hell.
year? Holy smokes, even more. You're gonna have to add some whipped cream on that pizza now.
You want me to throw up in the stream too?
Every 5 gifted memberships, he has to add another topping on top of everything.
What are you talking about? How
Hey.
does these things keep getting changed? What do you mean? No, the bet was the
The
legit bet.
beauty
and I
of
am a
the
man of my
beauty
word.
of being a host of a show, man. It also has its perks.
I will kick you out of this call, man. You shut your face.
You can't kick me out of this call because whether you kick
Yes,
me,
I can.
whether you kick me out of Discord or not, I'm still live on stream in front of everybody, so it don't freaking matter.
Oh, actually, that's true shit too. Yeah, that's right. Damn it. Damn it. All right, whatever.
So we have 26 now because D-Hort became a
Jesus.
member for 1 month.
He told me to get wrecked, you scrub.
Echo goes, Johnny is learning from me. I have to, because in case you haven't learned, apparently Marky didn't learn from last year when I got screwed over by Echo with the hashtag 31 days.
It was funny as hell
You
then.
you should have said it higher. Not 20. You should have been like 50 or something.
No, 20 is fine. To me, that is worth 20 gifted memberships is worth me sitting down for 20 minutes and eating a pizza. Oh no, my last name ends in a vowel. Don't make me sit and eat. Okay, like I can do that. I can muscle through it. I'll be fine with the pineapple and the Hawaiian pizza. I will do it. I am a man of my word. And I won't half-ass it like Coastal half-assed that chicken dance a long time ago. I was watching that
Facts.
video earlier today with him and Bruce Wayne's and doing the chicken dance. I was watching that earlier with the fam. But no, I will. I will do that. I've said that I did it,
You know
and
what?
I will do it. And that's the end of it.
Nothing will make me more happier on my birthday next Sunday. Not this Sunday coming up, but next Sunday. Nothing will make me more happier than to watch Marky live on stream chow down a Hawaiian pizza. I think
Look,
that sounds
I
about
see it
right.
this way. There's 5 ingredients in a Hawaiian pizza, right? There's the dough, the sauce, the cheese, the ham, and the pineapple. 4 of those I'm good with. It's the 1 out of 5. It's only 20% of it that I don't like.
Am I
I can
allowed to add extra pineapple?
When did extra pineapple come into this?
When there was an extra 6 gifted memberships.
Are we at 26 gifted from this?
Correct.
Dude, you faithful are awesome. Thank you very much for indulging John in his torment here, or making me eat my own words or eat my own pizza.
Oh, don't
which
worry.
I will.
Don't worry.
I
You,
will.
you guys will have the last laugh when my unfortunate body goes on OnlyFans for 31 days. Trust me.
Oh, that's a fact. We will
Trust
be
me.
laughing
Trust
all
me.
the way to the clips.
But until
Yes.
then, whenever an opportunity arises, got to jump on it.
That's right. And that's why I will be a man of my word. And I will
$20 super chats, add extra pineapple. All right.
No, they don't.
Well, we will
No,
give
they-
this one 30 seconds, and then there it is right there. It didn't even last 5 seconds.
the All right, fine.
This
fine.
is great. This
fine.
is great.
Be a man. Be a man. If
That's
somebody
right.
else is trying to wreck your life, do it faster and wreck your own. All right, be a man. I'll be a man. I will eat the extra pineapple. We will do it.
Beautiful.
Live on stream.
And
We'll
Queen,
do it on the stream.
And Queen also gifted 1 Rocky Mountain Pro membership sub. So you know what?
Thank you, Queen.
For that right there, we'll give you a choice of regular crust or stuffed crust.
You can't do stuffed crust at Domino's.
Oh, you can't?
They don't do stuffed crust.
Okay.
Only Pizza Hut does stuffed crust.
Okay. Extra ham then. Go
No,
on.
Mr. Fourth Row. We're okay with it. We'll be all right.
$30 adds triple pineapple.
I don't even think they add triple pineapple.
I will
like
bring. Okay, so I will bring a can of pineapple.
No, you won't.
That's not even cut up. That's not even cut up.
It has to
and
be
it's
cooked.
in a ring already.
No, it has to be cooked. It has to be cooked. It's got to be on the pizza. If it didn't come from Domino's when they made the pizza, it's not It doesn't qualify.
Remastered just became a supporter.
That's the term I'm setting. Thank you, Remaster.
And
Echo Andy up, coward. I am no coward, sir. I have stood toe to toe with those larger than me. I have eaten the food that my body says do not eat, and I have survived. I have made it back home. You cannot kill me or my stomach. I will survive this eating challenge.
I was about to say, RJ. Yeah, exactly. This is going to flip so quick when Marky finds out that he actually likes pineapple on pizza.
I have not had it. I will say this. Disclaimer. It has been years since I had it. Since I've tried. It has been years. Hold up. Maybe.
Hold up.
It might work that way.
Real quick. There is a comment in chat. I might have missed it on Twitch, but we're more focused on YouTube right now. Cletus Van Dam, I'd watch RMP if you had Polo Del Mar on it. Y'all should hire Polo Del Mar and Slias Mason. We do rate Polo Del Mar on Twitch.
We rate
quite
Polo
often.
all the time. Yeah, Pollo. We rate him all the time. We do. Yeah, I tried Little Caesar stuffed crust one time before. And I would rather drive like the hour and a half to the closest Pizza Hut to my house and get it from Pizza Hut. It's that much better. Oh, I dropped my pen.
What can Coastal do?
I don't know.
He likes pickles.
D-Horde over here. Echo and I run this stream, Maki. We will ruin you. That's okay, sir. Bring it. Bring it. I have stepped up to the plate. I have struck out. I have hit home runs. I will never walk out of the box.
So if we're gonna do a food segment here, right?
Yes.
On the 26th, that means Coastal's got to do something too. And I'll even hop in on it.
Okay.
So
I don't know what exactly that would be. What the food of doom is for you guys.
$40 gets 2 large triple pineapple pizzas.
What the?
Oh, we're gonna be here all night with the pineapple pizza if that's the case.
Yeah, but RMP is gonna make like $800, and I'm just gonna have to buy a plane ticket. Eventually, the last thing is $500 donation. Maki flies to Hawaii and eats 5 pineapples right out of the ground. Like that's gonna be the last challenge. And I mean, if somebody wants to fly me to Hawaii, I'd go. Damn it.
Thursday, we'll think of something. No, we're not doing the 1 chip challenge. Nope. No. I like to take a number 2 the next day, if you don't mind. Thank you.
I would rather throw myself off the roof than eat mac and cheese, D-Hort says. Really? You're giving me crap about pineapple and Hawaiian pizza, and you don't even like a staple food like mac and cheese? You all right?
I'm trying to think about what... Okay.
I think somebody gonged D-Hort in the muffin butt. The 1 gummy bear challenge? Oh, dude, those are them gummy bears that are like the size of footballs. I've seen those things. Those things are huge. Yeah, Psycho Joe. We remember when you did the one chip challenge, dude. That was painful to the nth, but you trooped it that night, guy. You were a stud.
I'll donate $40 right now and ruin your night.
Ruin my night for how? You've already done a pretty good job at making sure that I have to eat like, a
$20 gets D Hort to eat a large mac and cheese. Does it have to be live on camera?
He wouldn't have the goonies to do it live on camera. We don't even know who D Hort is. As far as I know, he's a guy in the chat. He's never shown his face. He's never talked. Except for a lot of things. He donates a lot of money. He's a big supporter.
Oh yeah.
How can we prove that? How can we prove that he does it?
Ehort goes correct.
I mean, so $20 and Dehort eats a large mac and cheese. I mean, that's not awful.
I think
that's worth it.
I think this came to my head. I think for $30, I think Coastal has to eat a big jar of pickles throughout the entire stream. And since he likes bread and butter, we'll make it dill. We'll save that for Thursday, though.
He did say it was bread and butter. Yeah, he's bread and butter guy.
That's his favorite, yeah. And then for me, oh, look at this.
D-Hort, you want it?
Oh,
you want to do
brother.
this? You want to do this? You want to wreck my night? You want to wreck my time on my show?
I have the Last Dab hot sauce we can use in June.
Oh, what, the JK Pop hot sauce there?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
The green mist? I heard a lot of the guys say behind the scenes, like all kidding aside, that was really good. I'm not really a spice hot sauce guy, but a lot of people said that was really, really good. No, Mr. Fourth Thrower. Beer Stop mac and cheese is too good for D-Hort right now. D-Hort's got a little chip on his shoulder. He's been talking some smack. No. You need to make him like one of those frozen.
Oh, the hot one show. Oh, it's that one? No. Actually, you know what? I would. I'd probably do that in June.
Craft. Yeah, 3 boxes maybe. Yeah. For $20, he's definitely got to eat a couple boxes.
How many memberships are we right now? We're at least over 30. Last I counted.
And a lot of smack talk because of it too, and I love it. I love it.
I mean, it will be my birthday on 26th, so I guess I can eat a whole bunch of.
I've ruined you, Maki. No. I'm just getting back, dude. Come on, it's me and you time right now. We're just having some fun here. You had some fun a few minutes ago. Why would you name your biggest weakness? Why? Mac and cheese. Ugh.
Do we get to record this? So, not only are we doing the barbecue chicken pineapple pizza this weekend, and we're going to record it. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. I want you to be fresh. I want you to flip when it matters. If you do flip. A triple pineapple pizza on the 26th in front of everybody.
There will be no triple pineapple.
They paid for the triple. They paid for the triple.
For double.
They paid for triple.
They paid for double. It is a Hawaiian pizza with extra pineapple on top of it. That is the way it is. That is the way it's going to be. And that is exactly how it's going to happen. There has to be ham on the pizza.
What's a little nitro gummy bear challenge? What is that? Yaden says they paid for triple. At the $30.
I didn't even. God damn.
Echo paid for the $30.
Can you pay for triple? Like, can I even call Domino's and order triple? Is that a thing?
If it's not a thing, I'm just going to add more pineapple on it anyway.
Why would you keep adding the piece of fruit that I hate?
Because they call for triple pineapple. That's the whole thing. It's triple pineapple.
All right.
You get the double, from Domino's or wherever you're ordering.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to throw you a couple discs.
No, you're not. I'm not eating hot and then weird soggy out of a can. No.
Well, then
that's not how it's happening.
I'll buy a goddamn fresh one if you want. I'll buy the goddamn fruit itself, and I'll peel it myself, and I'll cut it myself, and I'll bring it over to you with that pizza, and I will put an extra ring, a ring of pineapple, one ring of pineapple on top of the double for each slice.
Do you want me to eat the leaves on the top of the pineapple too? Would that
satisfy
things?
If you want,
I don't want to, but
it'll make it easier for me. It'll make it easier.
$3 and be like, "Oh, Maki, eat this indigestible thing," and I'll be like, "All right, let me try a bite of it. All right, well, we'll see."
Oh, now we got Eli in the mix.
Yeah, I know. I got a fellow ref helping me get destroyed over here. All right, no, it's cool. It's cool. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. We do this thing.
My username is Stingy for 99-cent super chat. How's it going? Welcome to this
Hi, Stingy.
Doos and Belts recharge stream that immediately went south in a good way.
No, we're gonna do it. We'll do it.
It's gonna be a very good birthday. Very good birthday, I think.
A man of my word. I will live up to the bet. We good. We good.
You're all set?
Yeah. We're good. Thinking about what kind of mac and cheese D-Hort's going to eat later after this whole thing.
Ooh. No bacon, because that's not fair.
Now you care about fair.
But D-Hort, yeah.
Why is that not fair?
Because D-Hort paid a lot of money for your demise, so I gotta show some bias. So
all right. I guess that's the thing. All right, I guess that's the thing.
Oh God! All right, let's wrap everything up here.
You some bitches, you. I love you all.
We'll come up with something for Coastal if we have time. Actually, he might not even be here on Thursday. You might have to wait for Sunday for that one, but we'll do at the very least Marky's punishment on the 26th.
Oh, good God.
Hey, I would rather eat a triple pineapple pizza if I didn't like pineapple than have to put my body on OnlyFans for 31 days. You're really thinking about this, huh?
Sounds pretty 50-50 to me.
Right. Okay. Anyways, let's sign off for the evening. Let's see.
Probably smart. Probably a smart thing.
I mean, if you want, we can add frosting on your pizza for another 30, but...
No, now you're just adding things that aren't even on pizza. Now you're just adding all kinds of crazy... Let's put some rainbow sprinkles on it, too. Like, why not?
You would probably eat that without the pineapple.
If I had pineapple ice cream, like pineapple and vanilla, I'd be covered with whipped cream and sprinkles. Absolutely.
I'm talking about flat out ham pizza with sprinkles.
No.
Why? What's the difference?
Pizza and sprinkles?
Yeah.
What are you doing to yourself? I know that's Happy's jam. That's wicked. That's Happy's jam. He does wicked clown things that the rest of us, like mere mortal human beings,
you're about to do a clown thing by adding triple pizza, triple pineapple on your pizza.
No, I just made myself a clown so that I had to do it. There's a big difference.
Oh, Happy's going to be so happy with you on the 26th.
I clowned around and found out.
Yeah, oh, yeah, and he's going to be your number one fan, man. After the 26th.
Me and Happy already wicked tight. Real tight with the circus. Who do you think got him into that sub basement underneath Coastal's house?
I mean, you did have the Fisher Price shovels, so.
That's what I'm saying.
You got a point there. Got a point there.
I keep it quiet. They asked us to keep it kind of quiet, and I keep it quiet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to sign off this evening. We thank you guys so much on YouTube and Twitch. especially towards the ending of the show. We appreciate all the support you guys give. Without you guys, this doesn't happen. This doesn't exist. So we greatly appreciate all you guys, the R&B faithful out there. And don't forget, if you're not a member, become a member. $4.99 for the membership stream this Sunday with your Ignition champion, Zamore. Only ones that are able to do Q&As and interact with the champ himself. So make sure you become a member this week, because Sunday is the deadline for this month, and you don't want to miss the show, that's for sure. All right.
Yeah, not now, especially.
For all of us here on the Dudes and Belts,
Oh,
myself,
shit.
Johnny Deathdrop, Marky Pins over here, we thank you guys so much for watching. As always, folks, stay safe, stay classy, and we'll see you guys on the next one. See you on Thursday for Dudes and Belts Reignited right after Ignition. Thank you, and have a